I am an SLP assistant who also makes videos for other SLP assistants. I'm also a mom to a 15-month-old baby boy, so I share my speech content for mommies. And today I'm super excited because I'm gonna actually be using my son's toys to show you all how you can use any toys you have at home. They don't have to be super elaborate. They don't have to be this super crazy sensory activity to always promote language. You can use such simple things that you have already at home and you can help your toddler speak today. So I'm gonna show you all kind of examples of some toys that I have. Number one, have a ball right here. Now, if you've seen any of my recent videos, I have shared that I used to work in early intervention, which is me, the SLP assistant, working with babies from birth to 3 years old. At this job, I would go into the homes and essentially just play with the baby and the toys that they already had at home to help with language. So I was kind of giving the families ideas and I was advising them on like what to do at home, practices they can do to help increase the vocabulary, their language, their speech in their baby. So number one, like I mentioned, is the ball, and this helps a lot because one, kids already naturally learn in their environment, okay? Play is what comes easy to them. This is how they naturally learn. As much as we want to believe flashcards and things like that, like sensory activities, prepping, a lot of things do help, but you don't absolutely need that. A baby will already learn with you just sitting down, getting down to their level and playing with their toys. So with the ball, for example, you can just be throwing it to your baby, your toddler, and while you're doing it, you can say, okay, I'm gonna throw you the ball, and you're kind of making that known that you're gonna throw them this, and it's called a ball. You can also say ready, set, go to make them imitate the word go. You can even roll it and say go, go, go for them to imitate again, and just back and forth. They're gonna be into that interaction typically, and they'll begin to say it if you're repeating it enough. Another toy or activity that I have here are just blocks. Any blocks that you have at home. I also have Jenga blocks, but I feel like these are more appropriate for babies because they're not as hard as the wooden blocks that come with the Jenga package. So these, just basic blocks, right? Whatever they look like at your house, you can be stacking them up and saying exactly that. Like, hey, look at mommy stacking up, up, up. Or I'm going on top. I'm stacking the orange one on top. These are all things for the baby to pick up and see what you're doing as you are playing with them. So if your child comes in and puts one on top, you can say, yay, you put it on top. We put another one on top. Or just up, 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 repeatedly making it super simple for your child to pick up. You can target any word you want while you are playing with your baby, but these are just examples and these are things I typically did in early intervention. Now, another one of my favorites is the shape sorter. I feel like this is very much developmentally appropriate for babies and toddlers. One like this, right? If it just can be any type of shape sorter. I remember in early intervention, I actually went to get, because I didn't have a baby at the time, so I went to places like Once Upon a Child where they sell already gently used toys, and I found them really, really cheap, and I was able to get my hands on a shape sorter for the babies that didn't have many toys or didn't have toys at all or were at daycare or something. I would bring my own toys and I would play with them, and a lot of them really, really were interested in the shape sorter just because there's so much to target, so much to learn in this. And my favorite thing to do is like when you're taking them out, you can repeatedly say, okay, I'm taking out the yellow star, or I'm taking out the cross. I'm taking out circle now, taking out. I'm taking all the shapes out. I'm kind of targeting different words here. You know, the shapes, I'm targeting out. I'm targeting the color sometimes. And if I'm saying it enough times individually with each shape, the child will normally pick it up. And then if I'm doing the shape sorter, giving them a turn or my turn, we can practice that. Like here, it's your turn, or okay, my turn now, my turn. And they are giving me the object or I'm going. Here is where I really like to target more, because if the child is already interested in this shape sorter and they're doing what they're supposed to, putting them in all these places, you can target more as you're giving them one at a time. So you are kind of controlling, you know, all the shapes, you're keeping them to yourself. And when they want more, you can model, okay, you want more, here you go, here's more. So the goal would be to eventually, maybe at the end of the game or something, to have them actually request for another shape by signing more. Another thing you can do is target in, or push. So if they're, pushing it in, you can say push. Yeah, you pushed in the shape, push. And then again, okay, my turn, push, push. Or you can say in instead of push. If you think that's too hard, you don't want to target that, you can say in. And same when you're taking off the lid. Okay, time to take it off, off, or open. These are all different things. See, like with just one little toy, you can target so many things. You can do so much. I normally also like to sing the cleanup song. I remember when I did that in early intervention, I felt funny because of course I wasn't a mom yet. So now it comes very naturally because I do it with my son all the time. But when we're transitioning from one toy to the next or one activity to the next, I like to say, okay, all done. And I would either sign all done this way or I would sign all done like this, for them to quickly pick it up, and that way they were to understand that we're finished with this activity, we're about to transition onto a next one. You could even say bye-bye toy, bye-bye shapes, bye-bye blocks and something, and my son typically says bye-bye now. Last toy that I have is using a stuffed animal. My son has so many. He is right now in love with a big giant bunny that he has, and he already likes to do pretend play. He's 15 months old, so he will take, like, if he's drinking his bottle or if he's drinking out of a sippy cup, he comes and he offers it to the longhorn, or he'll offer it to a bear or the bunny, and I think it's the cutest thing ever. So when you are with stuffed animals, you can kind of model the behavior that you want, or you can already be targeting the words, right? So if I'm playing with cars, my son also likes to play with cars, if I have the longhorn here, I can say, okay, it's your turn, longhorn, or it's your turn, and I have him pretend to play, and he gets really interested and he wants to come, or he'll take over and join in on the fun. So these are all some very simple activities. I do hope that it helped you and it motivates you to just practice these things at home. Speech therapy can be so simple with the right tools. So I hope this did help you, and if it did, please make sure to give my video a like and subscribe to my channel. It'll mean so much to me. I will catch you all in my next one. Bye!